That product's trash. I bought that stuff before and it sucks. Didn't do anything. Didn't prevent weeds in my lawn. Don't buy it. Don't waste your money. You ever seen all those things when it comes to different weed control products out there? Gosh, I see it all the time about my favorite one. This is not sponsored. I always use Spectracide Weed Stomp for Lawns plus Crabgrass Preventer for my pre-emergent control. And if it's so bad, why do they keep selling it? And why do I keep buying it and using it if it doesn't work? Well, it always works for me, and for all those other people, I bet you there's one common denominator. They're not applying it correctly. It's that simple. You apply it the right way, and you will have good results. And that's what we're going to talk about right here on Budget Lawns in this video. If it helps you at all, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate your support of the channel. All right, I got my fall pre-emergent control down. Last week, we talked all about my schedule, the 3 applications I put down each year and the timing for all of those. I will leave that video linked down below in the description, but we're not going to talk about it today. But this product does way more when it comes to weed prevention than most people think. It says on the bag, plus crabgrass preventer, and I hear all the time, well, that's all it really prevents is crabgrass and maybe poa annua if you put it down in the fall. Look, a simple Google search, reading the label on the bag will show you that the active ingredient for pre-emergent control in this product will control much more than just those 2 weeds, okay? But you got to apply it correctly if you want to see any success at all. I'm going to give you just a simple rundown of how you can see the best results. First and foremost, this is going to sound kind of strange because label is always law, but if you're using this as a pre-emergent product, you kind of have to forget the label for just a second. This product has both post-emergent and pre-emergent control. Post-emergent means it kills weeds, and pre-emergent means it prevents them. But I don't use granular post-emergent products like this. If I'm going to try to kill weeds, I am going to use a liquid. I merely use this weed stop product as a pre-emergent application. So that's going to make a huge difference in how you apply it. If you read the label and you're trying to get pre and post-emergent control out of it, it tells you to apply the product to like some slightly wet or dewy grass. That way the little granules in the bag can stick to the leaves of the weeds and work its way into the plant down into the root system to kill them as a post-emergent. And then once it's watered in, then it effectively becomes a pre-emergent. So if you're looking for both, that's how you would apply it. But if you're only looking for pre-emergent control, don't do that. All you need to do is make sure you first cut the grass before you apply it. You want to open it up as much as possible to let that product fall down into the canopy because it needs to be in the soil, okay? So you cut your grass, then you spread the product across your lawn. Try to get it evenly spread in 2 passes going in multiple directions. People always ask me, what setting do you set your spreader at? My style of doing things is just set the setting on the spreader at a really low number to let very little product out at all. I don't want to just throw it all out at once. But if it takes me 2 and heaven forbid 3 passes to get it on the ground, at least I know I have it evenly spread in multiple directions. And here's the key if you're using it for only pre-emergent control. As soon as you get it applied on the lawn, I like to do it as soon as possible, and I like to time it around rain. Get it watered in. this product needs to be watered into the soil to activate the active ingredient. In this case, it's the active ingredient in dimension. I don't know exactly how you say it, dithiopyr, dithiopyr. Pronunciations don't matter, but you have to get that product watered in. Then it works its magic and effectively kind of creates a shield, a barrier in the soil that prevents the weeds from germinating and popping up and then showing their ugly faces in your lawn. It really is that simple with this product. If you do it that way, you will have success at pre-emergent control. Cut the grass, spread it on your lawn, water it in. Now, I like to go at the higher rate for this. That will make it much more effective in preventing more weeds, and it will also give it a little bit longer lifetime, okay? So that's how you apply it, but there are also some times that you do not want to apply this product. 2 reasons why you wouldn't use this. First one is you have a new lawn. Maybe you just got your lawn sodded. It hasn't rooted. It hasn't established well enough yet. You do not want to use a pre-emergent product on new sod. That will really inhibit and slow down its root growth and development. So avoid it. I try to do it for the first year. In this case, I applied it about 10 months after the sod was laid because it went dormant. And once it goes dormant, the bermudagrass for the off season, its root growth and development is really pretty much slowed completely down. So I wasn't going to see much more in the way I developed it anyways. So I applied this product after 10 months on my new lawn, and trust me, from one spring with a new lawn and weeds just coming out everywhere and not using the product, to fast forward to the next spring, you can obviously tell it made a huge difference. Sure, effective cultural practices, proper watering, lots of mowing, fertilizing in a thick, dense turf really helps to control weeds as well. But this gives you that extra cushion to make sure you prevent as many as possible. So that's one time you don't want to do it. And a second time you don't want to use it is if you are about to overseed a lawn, or perhaps you're just going to seed a new lawn. Just as this product will prevent weed seeds and those unwanted plants from germinating and popping up in your lawn, it will also prevent the ones that you are trying to get to germinate and pop up in your lawn, as in new grass. So don't use a pre-emergent if you're overseeding. Perhaps it's in the fall or spring, or you're just trying to seed a new lawn in general. And again, don't use it if you've just laid new sod. You want that new sod to really root and establish before you start throwing any pre-emergent control on it. I got my front lawn completely redone this past spring, have not used a pre-emergent on it, just all the right cultural practices, and it has really come a long way in just one, not even one season, half a season. This sod was just put down in June, and it is relatively weed-free. I did some hand picking in the beginning, no post-emergent control, no pre-emergent control. Just took care of it the cultural way. So those 2 times, don't use it. You know how to use it now. Okay, I promise you. You do these things and you will see really good success with this product. Don't be tricked into thinking that the only way you can have effective results with weed control is if you buy those bougie, fancy products from the links and descriptions from your favorite lawn care YouTubers. You can go to Lowe's, you can go to Home Depot, and you can have tremendous success with big box shelf products if you just use them correctly. Now you know how. Run out, buy one, get a pre-emergent down this fall if you haven't already. And I hope you'll join me next time here on Budget Lawns. Thank you so much again for being here and joining me in on the conversation. I appreciate you very much, and we will see you right here again soon.